esta hora interrumpimos nuestra programación para darles a conocer una noticia que acaba de llegar a nuestra redacción. Se ha registrado un terremoto de 7.8 grados de magnitud. Esto ocurrió en el sur de Turquía. Esto acaba de ocurrir, se acaba de registrar. Es una noticia que también está confirmando el Servicio Geológico de los Estados Unidos. El epicentro parece haberse localizado a 23 kilómetros al este de la ciudad de Nurdaji. Una vez más, un sismo de 7.8 grados de magnitud. ¿Qué pasó después? Bueno, se registró una réplica. Esta vez ocurrió en el centro de Turquía. Fue de una magnitud de 6.7 y esto también lo está confirmando, aparte de las autoridades turcas, el Servicio Geológico de los Estados Unidos en esta ocasión, es decir, el segundo episodio sismológico tuvo una profundidad de casi 10 kilómetros, 9.9, y ocurrió unos 11 minutos después del primer sismo de 7.8. Nosotros estamos monitoreando nuestras afiliadas en la región o heridos. Lo que sí podemos saber es que es un sismo de gran intensidad. Repito, el primero fue de 7.8, el segundo de 6.7. Vamos a seguir monitoreando esta situación y regresamos con ustedes más tarde.
We have since heard from the governor, and we're quoting him as saying that at least 5 people have died after this magnitude 7.8 earthquake, and he says that at least 34 buildings collapsed. This is just information just coming in that we're reporting on, and Reuters is quoting a witness saying that the earthquake lasted about a minute. Mm-hmm. Wow, if an earthquake that lasts a minute can cause this much damage, I mean, it just goes to your point about how powerful it is.
Yes, indeed. A minute doesn't sound like a really long time, but I imagine to those that were feeling it, that minute seems like it lasts forever. And then just 11 minutes later, that first big aftershock occurred. So no sooner does the shaking stop, you can kind of get your wits about you. No doubt you may have been sleeping at 4:15 in the morning. You probably run outside, start to look around, check on your family members, your loved ones, and then the shaking starts again. And 6.7 is a very intense earthquake. And then about 10 minutes later, a 5.6. So it's one after another, and that will sadly continue, well into tomorrow through the day, with more of these aftershocks to occur. But yeah, it is amazing, how everything can change in just that 1 minute when these massive earthquakes occur, for sure. And another thing you'll see in these pictures, people are very bundled up. It's quite cold here. It's February, it's a cold time of the year, but temperatures are even a little bit lower than they would normally be. We even saw some snow in the region, northern Syria, southern Turkey earlier. This is, of course, an area where there's a lot of Syrian refugee camps, and the snow has been impacting them. We actually reported on earlier in the day. So, in this location where these buildings are, there's obviously a lot of damage, but there were a lot of other cities impacted by this earthquake as well, and towns and rural villages that no doubt felt even stronger shaking as they were closer to the epicenter, some of them.
We're looking at a potential humanitarian crisis in the aftermath of this historic quake that has, rippled throughout the region, affected at least 3 countries. As you were reporting, we were showing footage of search and rescue crews trying to look for survivors, and dramatic footage there of also somebody being pulled out of the rubble. How equipped are Turkish first responders to deal with a quake of this size, of this scale?
I mean, this is a country that has dealt with so many devastating quakes. Tens of thousands of people have been killed over the years in multiple devastating earthquakes. The last that many here would remember was in 1999, where tens of thousands of people were killed in that earthquake. They are always preparing for the worst. They are always expecting. This is a country that sits on multiple fault lines. This is a country that has been hit by earthquakes. You have the capabilities, you have the teams that are not only deployed usually to deal with earthquakes in this country. Turkey is one of the first countries to offer assistance and send teams to deal with earthquakes in other countries. So they are capable to deal with these search and rescue operations. But it is a very challenging time as well, Leila. We're in the middle of a winter storm right now. In that part of the country, in southern Turkey, they've had snow, freezing temperatures over the past few days. And if you look as well at the time this earthquake hit, at about 4 o'clock in the morning, this means a lot of people were in their homes when this happened. So of course, there's going to be a lot of concern about how many people are trapped underneath the rubble. I mean, Turkey is preparing for the worst right now. They are at the point where you have this country that has dealt with so many earthquakes, that is so experienced in dealing with natural disasters, saying that it is requesting international assistance to deal with this. So this really is an indication of how bad they expect this situation to be right now.